Now, here at Arirang TV, we have the great privilege of covering a wide range of domestic news stories, from everything a ruling that adultery is no longer a crime to the bribery list scandal that rocked the political arena and the MERS outbreak. There is never a lack of interesting stories, and that was certainly the case in 2015. Our Soo-eun takes us through 10 of the year's biggest.
Right out of the gate on January 1st, a new cigarette tax went into effect, raising prices up by 2,000 won a pack. Later that month, an 18-year-old Korean teenager with the surname Kim left Korea to join ISIS. On February 11th, there was a 106-car pileup on a foggy bridge, leaving 2 people dead and 65 injured. In the same month, the Constitutional Court ruled that having an affair is no longer a crime in Korea.
Since 1953, adultery had been a punishable criminal offense with a maximum sentence of 2 years in jail. But on February 26, 2015, the Constitutional Court ruled the adultery law was against the Constitution as it violates a citizen's basic rights.
The next big story on March 5th was the attack on U.S. Ambassador to Korea, Mark Lippert. The ambassador had cuts to his hand and face, but the injuries were not life-threatening. In April, businessman Soo-eun committed suicide, leaving a memo in his pocket listing 8 high-profile politicians who he argued had accepted bribes from him. That same month, lawmakers passed a bill making security cameras mandatory at daycare centers after several reports of child abuse at local centers. Next on the list is the outbreak of Middle East Respiratory Syndrome, or MERS.
It all began when a businessman came back to Korea after a trip to the Middle East. He was infected with the deadly virus and health authorities didn't catch it. The result, 186 people contracted the virus and 38 died. MERS also revealed a hole in Korea's quarantine network and raised discussion about the Korean custom of having family or hired caregivers in hospital rooms to look after patients. The Korean government formally declared an end to the MERS outbreak on December 23rd, though there are still 2 people with MERS who are in the hospital in stable condition.
On November 14th, tens of thousands of protesters came out to Central Seoul to rally against the government's labor reform plans and its plans to retake control of history textbook publishing. On December 3rd, the Justice Ministry announced its plan to replace the existing bar exam system that began in the 1970s with a new Western-style law school system. It would be put off until 2021.
The move drew strong objections from people who want the bar exam system kept. But for a long time, the old bar exam system had been criticized for fostering exclusivity among an elite group.
And there you have it, the top 10 domestic news stories of 2015.